Hi guys, this is Dr. Ejaz Bagwan. Today we will continue our NCERT series, that is NCERT Geography series. So in yesterday's class we have seen about the six standards, two units, and today we will continue for the third unit, that is the motion of the earth. So it is one of the important and favorite topic of UPSC's exams. So kindly pay attention and look at each and every word, so that the questions probably can be asked from this chapter as well. As I have shown you that the NDA 2023's paper was also, there were a couple of questions from the NCERT books. So without wasting much time, let us start our unit 3. So the title is motions of the earth. Okay, so there are two definitions they are talking about. One is rotation and another is revolution. So you must understand what is rotation and revolution. So these two words you must understand. Okay, rotation is actually the movement of earth on its axis. This is called as rotation. Okay, so this is the rotation, movement on the axis. It is the rotation. What is revolution? Let us say this is sun. Let us say I'm just drawing. This is, for example, sun. Okay, and this is the earth. Okay, so this is the earth. This is the earth. So this revolution of earth over its axis is called as revolution. So now you got two words. One is revolution and another is rotation. Yes. So these two words are important. Do not confuse. Rotation is simple word, which means the rotation of earth over its axis. Okay. So let us move to the next line. Okay. Now, if you could see, if you could see, the axis of earth, which is an imaginary line, makes the makes an angle of 66.5 with the orbital plane. If you look at this diagram carefully, okay, look at the diagram carefully. So you will get idea about the axis. This is actually the axis. Yes, this is the axis over which the earth spins. Yes, so this angle actually is the angle which is important for us. Okay, so if you look at this angle, this is the orbital plane. So the angle here is 66.5. we generally take into consideration this angle. Okay, 23 and half. Is it clear to you? So the plane formed by the orbit is known as orbital plane. The Earth receives light from the sun because Earth is a planet. Due to spherical shape of the Earth or geoid shape of the Earth, only half of its light gets light from the sun at a time. It means that only half part will get sunlight and then half part will be in the dark. The portion facing the sun experiences day while the other halfway away from the sun experiences night. Now look at this diagram carefully. Okay, this is the diagram which is important for you. Now look at this diagram. This is the sun. Yes, yes. This is the sun, and this only this part is only this much of Earth is receiving the sunlight. Yes, so the line which separates the line which separates the or the circle, for example, which separates the day from night, day from night. Obviously, it will have a day. This is the day, and this is the night. Yes. So this circle, because you might see this as a line, but if you look carefully, this is like this. This is a circle. So this is called as the circle of illumination. So on the left side you have night, on the right side you have the day. The earth surface which is facing the sun is a day, and which is opposite to it is a night. Remember this. And the circle or the line which separates it is called as the circle of illumination. Okay, so you have seen this. What we have studied till date is this. On one side we have studied revolution and rotation. Then we have studied about the uh, axis, which is 23 and a half. Then we have also studied about the circle of illumination, circle of illumination. Yes, so we have studied this much. Now let us move to the next page. Now they have asked one brilliant question, that what would happen if the earth did not rotate. So they have given answer also. The portion of the earth facing the sun would always experience the day. Here, look at this diagram. Now imagine that this there is no rotation in case. So you will see the continuous exposure of this portion to the sunlight, and this part will always be in the darkness. So the portion of the earth facing the sun would always experience the day, thus bringing a continuous warmth to the region, and the other would remain in the darkness and be freezing cold all the time. Life would not have been possible in such extreme conditions. So life wouldn't have been possible. Life is possible due to rotation of the earth. It is just because earth is rotating, so life is possible. The second motion of the earth around the sun is called as revolution, as I have told you in the first remark itself, that what is rotation and what is revolution. This diagram is foremost important for you. Kindly pay attention. This diagram has given it will give hint to many questions that will be in your exam. Okay, so this is one of the most important diagrams. Here you have sun. Okay, and you see you have March here, then this is the March, this is June, okay, this is September, yes, and this is December. So it is almost difference of 3 months: March, June, September, December. And the rotation has been shown like this. Yes, this is how the earth has been shown the revolution. So what important here in this diagram is that you need to know about what is equinox. You need to know about the equinox and what is solstice. These two words are important. We will start with this. We will first decipher what this diagram is trying to say. Yes, look at this. You will see that, let us say this is the equator. Yes, this is the equator. I will write it here. The equator. And this is the, what we can say, Cancer. Yes, and the next circle is the circle of Arctic region. So this is Arctic. So if you look at this, that this circle will continuously receive sunlight for 6 months without any darkness. Okay, the continuous 6 months day. Okay, beyond this Arctic circle. Okay, I am talking that beyond the Arctic circle. Okay, is it clear? Now this is happening in June 21st. Yes, and this is happening in the northern hemisphere. This hemisphere is the northern hemisphere, right? This is North Pole and this is the South Pole. So here it is also written northern hemisphere. Yes. So if you look at this, in the northern hemisphere on the 21st of June, so you have continuous 6 months day on the North Pole, it is called as summer solstice. Remember this. Now, if you see the exactly opposite pole in this image, that the southern pole is getting exposed. Now here the same thing. If I may write, this is the equator. Okay, equator. This is somewhere you will have Capricorn, and you will have Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. Yes. So this South Pole on 22nd of December will receive continuous 6 months sunlight. So on December you have summer or winter. In the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, you will have summer. So it is called as winter solstice. And in the northern hemisphere, it will be on June. तो क्या होता है, जून में समर सोलस्टाइस रहता है और दिसंबर में विंटर सोलस्टाइस रहता है, याद रखिए. अब देखो इस डायग्राम में, इफ यू लुक एट दिस डायग्राम, these two things, equinox literally means equal nights. So obviously you will have 12 hours night and 12 hours day. So you will have equal days and equal nights. This phenomena occur twice a year. So it will be on 21st of March and 23rd of September. So these are called as equinoxes. Is it clear? Because if you look at this diagram, we'll have continuous sunlight for 12 hours only. So after 12 hours, you will have night. 12 hours day, 12 hours night. Okay. So what is leap year? You might know that normally we have 365 days. We have 365 days in a year. But there is a calculation behind it. In a leap year, you have 366 days. 366 days. Remember that Earth takes 365 days plus 6 hours extra every year. So after 4 years, the calculated amount is 24. So it will be added after every 3 years. For example, let us say 2000 is a leap year. Then 2001 will be, this will be 366 days. So this will be 365 days. This will be 365 days. This will be 365 days. So after this 3 years, again on 2004, you will have 366 days. Yes. So the year which has 366 days is called as leap year. Okay. तो लीप ईयर किसको बोलते हैं? ऐसा साल जिसके अंदर 366 डेज रहते हैं. 366 366 डेज जिसके अंदर रहते हैं, उसी को बोलते हैं लीप ईयर. उसमें फरवरी के अंदर यू हैव नॉट 28 डेज बट 29 डेज. इसका यही मतलब होता है, इफ इनकेस अगर कोई 2000 फॉर एग्जांपल 2020 का कैलेंडर निकाल कर देखेगा, सो उसको फरवरी में 29 डेज मिलेंगे, और अब 2024 में देखेगा तो उसको 2024 में फरवरी के अंदर he will or she will get 29 days in the month of February. Okay, so I have explained you what is summer solstice, what is winter solstice, and what is equinox. So, okay, because why there is only 12 days, only 12 hours night and 12 hours day on equinoxes, because on equinoxes you do not have any tiltation. Okay, देखो चेंज क्यों होता है आवर्स में? चेंज होता है टिल्ट के वजह से, एक्सिस का टिल्ट की वजह से। जब एक्सिस के अंदर बिल्कुल भी टिल्ट नहीं है, सो देयर विल नॉट बी एनी डिफरेंस इन द डे एंड नाइट। अब बिल्कुल टिल्ट है ही नहीं इक्विनॉक्स के ऊपर, तो पर इसीलिए वहां पर क्या होता है, इक्वल डेज इक्वल नाइट्स होते हैं। विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस एंड द एक्सरसाइजेस। पूछा है व्हाट इज एंगल ऑफ इंक्लिनेशन ऑफ अर्थ एक्सिस टू द ऑर्बिटल प्लेन, कितना है 66 एंड हाफ। डिफाइन रोटेशन, रोटेशन क्या होता है, अर्थ के एक्सिस का, अर्थ का अपने एक्सिस के अराउंड स्पिन होना, उसको बोलते हैं रोटेशन। रिवोल्यूशन कहते हैं जब अर्थ सन के अराउंड घूमती है, उसे रिवोल्यूशन कहते हैं। लीप ईयर किसे बोलते हैं, लीप ईयर में 366 डेज रहते हैं। समर और विंटर सोलस्टाइल्स, समर सोलस्टाइल्स में क्या होता है, नॉर्थ पोल पर 6 महीने के लिए डे रहता है, और विंटर सोलस्टाइल्स में सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में साउथ पोल में अंटार्कटिक सर्कल के बाद 6 महीने के लिए समर रहता है। व्हाट इज इक्विनॉक्स, इक्विनॉक्स मीन्स वी हैव 12 hours डे 12 hours नाइट, मीन्स इक्वल डेज इक्वल nights. Why does the southern hemisphere experiences winter and summer solstices in different times than the northern hemisphere? देखो ये क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट है। Why does the southern hemisphere experience winter and summer solstices in different times than that of northern hemisphere? अब ये होता है रिवोल्यूशन की वजह से। If you minutely check, you will get answer as a revolution. Why does the pole experience about 6 months day and 6 months night? क्योंकि आर्टिक सर्कल या फिर अंटार्कटिक सर्कल के बाद पोल जो, क्योंकि पोल वर्ड्स जो रीजन रहता है एक्सिस टिल्ट रहने की वजह से कंटिन्यूअसली एक्सपोज होता है सन को। एग्जाम्पल, इन नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर आर्टिक सर्कल के बाद जितना भी पोर्शन है आर्टिक सर्कल के ऊपर का, अबव द आर्टिक सर्कल, it will be continuously exposed to the sun rays or the sunlight. That's why you have summer solstice there. उसी को क्या बोलते हैं हम, 6 महीने का दिन। Yes. Then MCQ, the movement of Earth around the sun is called as revolution. Direct rays of the sun falls on equator. The direct rays of the sun fall on the equator on. अभी ये आपको देखना है इक्वेटर पर कब गिरते हैं। देखो, we'll get answer here. On 21st March and 23rd September, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. तो अब देखो 21st March आता है, हाँ, so you will get answer as a 21st March. Christmas is celebrated in summer in, क्रिसमस समर के अंदर कहाँ पे सेलिब्रेट होता है? तो if you go and just check your exercise, so we'll get here. For example, It will be celebrated in India. Yes. So cycle of season is caused due to gravitation तो नहीं हो सकता, रोटेशन ही पॉसिबल है, विदाउट विच सीजन्स आर, एक्चुअली सीजन्स के लिए दो चीजें हैं, एक्सिस का टिल्ट होना इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, the revolution of earth and the inclination, this is what I was talking. So आपको इसका आंसर मिलेगा revolution, sorry, and the axis का tilt. These two are the answer. Leap year has how many number of days? 66. Yes, so आपको ये सब पढ़ना है. The next chapter is not important for us. We'll jump to the fifth chapter because that is important from the exam perspective. This major domains of the earth. So as you have read in the first chapter, the earth is the only planet which has life. Human beings can live here because the life sustaining elements of land, water and air are present on the earth. The surface of the earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the environment meet. अब तीन main component कौन से है? That is what we have to see. One is the lithosphere, another is atmosphere, another is hydrosphere, and the next is biosphere. Lith is something which is related to rocks. So solid portion of the earth is called as what? It is called as the lithosphere. Okay, the solid portion of the earth is called as lithosphere. Atmosphere is a gaseous portion. Layers around the earth, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? एटमॉस्फेयर. और वाटर को क्या बोलेंगे? हाइड्रोस्फीयर. वाटर, इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज हाइड्रोस्फीयर. यस. और बायोस्फीयर, ये तीनों चीजों का कॉम्बिनेशन है. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर मुझे डायग्राम बनाना हो, वेन डायग्राम, सो आई विल ड्रॉ लाइक दिस, दिस, दिस. So in if I may fill the color here, so this will be the what? The biosphere. Yes, this is lithosphere, this is hydrosphere, this is litho, this is hydro, and this is atmo. Yes, and this is the biosphere. Now I think your concept is clear. So we will be discussing the lithosphere first. The solid portion of the earth is called as lithosphere. We have seen that it comprises of rocks. NDA में बहुत सारे questions rocks पे पूछे जाते हैं. Then there are two main divisions of the earth's surface. The large landmass are known as continents. हम देखेंगे continent किसको बोलते हैं. Yes. ये देख, there are different continents. We'll try to rotate it. Okay, I'm not able to rotate. Okay, no matter. Look at this. So we will move ahead. We'll talk about the continent. There are how many continents in the world? There are 7 continents in the world. These are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. So you have these 7 continents in the world. Asia is the largest continent. Remember this. Asia is the largest continent in the world. It covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. दुनिया का 1/3 लैंड मास किसके पास है? एशिया के पास है. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. Okay, I will tell you what is eastern and what is that. Let us say if I may draw, this is the earth, for example. Yes, so this is so now it lies almost in this area. Yes, this is the eastern hemisphere. Yes, not only that, it continues till the most of the part of this, for example, India, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia. Yes, the most of the part, even Arabian Peninsula. Yes, so this is what eastern means, to the east of this. Yes. So we were talking about the Asia, which is the largest continent in the world, which has 1/3 landmass of the world. Okay. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by Ural Mountains. Sorry. So Ural Mountains separate the west and east. On the west you have Europe. On the east you have Asia. Yeah. So the combined mass of Europe and Asia is called as Eurasia. Remember this. Okay. So we have seen couple of things. For us, Ural Mountains are important. Remember this. There will be questions on this. The Ural Mountains. Okay. Remember Ural Mountains. There will be question on Ural Mountain. Okay. Ural Mountains. So Europe, this is the second continent which we are trying to learn. The first was Asia, second is Europe. Europe is much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. The Arctic Circle passes. एशिया में से ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर जा रहा था, यूरोप में से आर्टिक सर्कल जाएगा. ठीक है. और यूरोप के 3 साइड से वाटर है. Remember that it is covered by 3 sides with the water bodies. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. एशिया के बाद कौन सा कंटिनेंट आता है? अफ्रीका. और एशिया में से कैंसर जा रहा था, इक्वेटर में यूरोप में से यू हैव आर्टिक सर्कल और इक्वेटर जाता है अफ्रीका में से. अफ्रीका का बहुत सारा पार्ट नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में आता है Okay, and this is the only continent through which the Tropic of Cancer, Equator, and Tropic of Capricorn also passes. So, for example, this is Equator. Sorry, uh, this is Equator. This is Cancer. This is the Capricorn. So, this continent is the only continent through which the you have, this is for example Africa. You have three lines passing through it: the Tropic of Cancer, Equator, and Capricorn. Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The continent is bounded by all sides by ocean and seas. Okay, वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट डेजर्ट भी देखा और वर्ल्ड्स लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर भी देखी, वहां पर नाइल है. ओके, then you have North America, the third largest continent in the world. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called as Isthmus of Panama. Important है, Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. If you look at this, this is very, very important. Okay, kindly pay attention. This diagram is one of the most important diagrams. If you look at this is called as isthmus. So there are two things. One is strait and another is isthmus. So क्या डिफरेंस होता है isthmus में और स्ट्रेट में? A strait, पहले तो isthmus के बारे में देख लो. isthmus ऐसी स्ट्रिप होती है नैरो, ये भी खुद लैंड है. It is a narrow piece of land which connects another piece of land masses. So isthmus वो चीज है जो टू लैंड मासेस को कनेक्ट करती है. लैंड मास को कनेक्ट करने वाली चीज को नाम होता है isthmus. isthmus दो लैंड मास को कनेक्ट करने वाले लैंड का मास है. isthmus itself is a land which connects two lands. देखो, नॉर्थ अमेरिका भी लैंड है, साउथ अमेरिका भी लैंड है, एंड isthmus अपने आप में भी लैंड है. और वाटर बॉडी, जो दो वाटर बॉडी को कनेक्ट करती है, उसको क्या कहते हैं? स्ट्रेट. लुक एट दिस. You have Bay of Bengal here and Indian Ocean here. So this is the water body which connects two other water bodies. It is called as strait. So take screenshot of this. It will be much important for you. Do not miss this. They can ask what is the difference between isthmus and the strait. So the probable question is there. मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ कि isthmus और स्ट्रेट में क्या फर्क होता है. देखो, हमने कहा कि isthmus जो चीज है, isthmus उसे कहते हैं, isthmus itself is a land mass. ये खुद भी एक लैंड मास है और दूसरे दो लैंड मास को कनेक्ट करता है. दिस इज आल्सो अ लैंड, दिस इज आल्सो अ लैंड, दिस इज आल्सो अ लैंड. तो इसी को बोलते हैं isthmus. अब स्ट्रेट क्या है? स्टेट इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी डिफरेंट। ये खुद भी एक वाटर बॉडी है और दूसरे दो वाटर, दिस इज वाटर, दिस इज वाटर, this is water. So now you see, this is all land. Yes, this is all land. Sorry. Okay. So take this screenshot of this. And this is all water. Okay. So we'll continue about discussing the continents. We discussed about North America. Then we shift our discussion to the Isthmus and Strait. Now South America. South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere, which has the Andes, world's longest mountain range. Okay. यहाँ पर आपको लार्जेस्ट रिवर भी मिलती है, वो है अमेजोन। आपको नेक्स्ट मिलता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया, द स्मॉलेस्ट कंटिनेंट दैट लाइज एंटायरली इन द सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर। इसको आइलैंड कंटिनेंट भी बोलते हैं। अंटार्कटिका इज कंप्लीटली इन द सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर, इट इज a huge continent. The south pole lies almost at the center of this continent. As it is located in the south polar, it is permanently covered with the thick ice sheets. और यहाँ पर कोई भी परमानेंट ह्यूमन सेटलमेंट नहीं है। मैत्री और दक्षिण गंगोत्री, मैत्री एंड दक्षिण गंगोत्री इंडिया के दो रिसर्च स्टेशन यहाँ पर है। यू हैव टू रिसर्च स्टेशन, मैत्री एंड गंगोत्री। ओके, वे हेड्रोस्फीयर के बारे में पढ़ते हैं। द अर्थ इज कॉल्ड एज ब्लू प्लैनेट। रिमेंबर दिस, अर्थ इज कॉल्ड एज blue planet with more than 71% of the earth is covered with water and 29 with the land. More than 97% of earth water is found in the oceans and is too salty for human use. ठीक है, ये देखो, दिस डायग्राम इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। अर्थ पे जितना वाटर है उसका 97% ओशन में, उसके अंदर फ्रेश वाटर बहुत कम है, ओनली 2.77 ड्रिंकेबल। उसी में से भी 0.03% fresh water. A large portion of the rest of the water is in the forms of ice sheets and glaciers. Fresh water for human consumption कितना है? 0.03. Oceans के बारे में पढ़ते हैं। Oceans are the major part of hydrosphere. They are all interconnected. Oceans water are always moving. The three chief movements of the water are wave, tide and the currents. Waves, tides and the currents, ये तीन चीजें आपको पता होना चाहिए। देखो, टाइड आपको, वेव्स तो आपको पता है। टाइड्स ये होता है ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ सन एंड मून, उसका इम्पैक्ट अर्थ के वाटर पे, उसके जिससे टाइड्स आते हैं, लो टाइड्स, हाई टाइड्स, राइट, नीप टाइड और स्प्रिंग टाइड्स। देन यू हैव 5 मेजर कॉन्टिनेंट्स, that is Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. Okay, ये important है। Pacific Ocean is the largest, it spread over 1/3 of the earth. इसी के अंदर मरियाना ट्रेंच है जो 11,000 किलोमीटर, सॉरी 11 किलोमीटर या फिर 11,000 मीटर डीप है इनसाइड द अर्थ और लाई करती है पैसिफिक ओशन में। पैसिफिक ओशन सर्कुलर इन शेप है, एशिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया और साउथ एंड नॉर्थ अमेरिका को सराउंड करता है। अटलांटिक ओशन एक लेटर है एस शेप है, एस शेप का, एस शेप टाइप में अटलांटिक ओशन आपको दिखेगा, फ्लैंक्ड बाय द नॉर्थ एंड साउथ अमेरिका on the western side and Europe and the Africa on the eastern side. The coastline of the Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. This irregular and indented coastline provides ideal location for natural harbors. यहाँ पर shipping industry ports अच्छे से बनते हैं. Indian Ocean is the only ocean named after the country, that is India. The only continent named after any country, that is India. Southern Ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extends northward at 60 degrees. Okay. Arctic Ocean is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. और ये कनेक्ट करता है पैसिफिक ओशन को एक स्ट्रेट से, जो हमने पढ़ा था, उसका नाम है बेरिंग स्ट्रेट. रिमेम्बर दिस नेम, बेरिंग स्ट्रेट. ओके. एटमॉस्फेयर में आते हैं. द अर्थ इज सराउंडेड बाय लेयर कॉल्ड एज एटमॉस्फेयर. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि एटमॉस्फेयर का मैक्सिमम पार्ट दो चीजें से बना हुआ है, दैट इज नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन. ओके. नाइट्रोजन almost 78% and 21% ऑक्सीजन, दैट इज 99% हो जाता है आपको. नो, दैट इज नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन. नो होता है 99%. ओके. Remember this. Next is the biosphere is the narrow zone of land, water and air जिसमें लाइफ सपोर्टिव एलिमेंट्स रहते हैं. Look at this diagram of the biosphere. This is hydrosphere, this is atmosphere, this is lithosphere, and this is the biosphere. Okay. The organisms in the biosphere may be broadly be divided into plant kingdom and animal kingdom. आपको पता है kingdoms, phylums क्या होता है? Class, order, species, genus. We are going to study about that in the biology class. We'll stay tuned. We'll discuss there the kingdom, plant kingdom, animalia and others. Okay. So emission from this light last thing we are studying. Emission from the industries, thermal power plants, vehicles pollute the air with the CO2, that is carbon dioxide, is an important constituent of air, but increase in the amount of CO2 leads to increase in the global temperature. इसको बोलते हैं global warming. Thus, a need to limit the use of resources of the earth to maintain the balance of nature between domains of the lithosphere, atmosphere and the hydrosphere. So we'll discuss the MCQs. Mountain range that separate Europe from Asia is called as Urals. The continent of America, North America, is linked to South America by an isthmus. Yes, the major constituent of atmosphere is by percentage is nitrogen, which is 78%. The domain of the earth consists of the solid rocks is called as lithosphere. Lithosphere. Largest continent तो एशिया है. Yes. देखो यहाँ पे तो आएगा मरियाना, यहाँ पे आएगा डेजर्ट ओशन, इंडियन ओशन. A narrow contact zone of land, इसको बोलेंगे बायोस्फीयर. Continent of Europe and Asia together is known as Eurasia. Highest mountain peak in the world is Mount Everest, right? Is Himalaya. So thank you for listening. Tomorrow we will continue with the 6th chapter of the 6th standards NCERT. Okay. Thank you.